Alright mates, gather around. Today I've got a cracking animated film for you, about a robot who turns the world upside down for a little girl. The bond between this robot and girl is so lovely, it's guaranteed to warm your heart. So, let's crack on with the story. It all kicks off with a girl named Mai Su. Her dad's not in the picture, and she's been raised by her mom. Mai Su also has a dog called Momo. They live in a city where robots run the show. One day, Mai Su and her mom are off to a new robot launch. Mai Su's hair is a bit of a mess, so her mom pulls out a comb. But wouldn't you know it, the comb's a robot too. Mai Su isn't too keen on robots, so she fights the robot comb, refusing to have her hair done. But the robot comb gives Mai Su a terrible do anyway. Soon enough, they arrive at the launch. On the way into the building, Mai Su keeps asking her mom if she can watch the robot football match. But Mai Su's mom is too excited about the new robot's features. She's not paying Mai Su any attention. Naturally, Mai Su is gutted. She decides to go on her own. So, she heads down the stairs in the opposite direction. A robot stops her, telling her she should go back to her mom. But this makes Mai Su so cross that she jumps on the robot's back. She watches the football match from on top of the robot. But before long, the robot can't take the weight and loses its balance, tumbling downwards. Seeing Mai Su fall, another robot security guard rushes over. The security guard tells Mai Su the same thing, that she needs to go back to her mom. But Mai Su isn't having any of it. She runs away from the security guard. Running, she ends up in a chamber. Without realizing, Mai Su ends up in a secret room via a secret pipe, where a scientist named Dr. Tanner is working on a secret robot mission. The scientist is muttering to himself that one day this robot might save the world. As the scientist leaves the room, Mai Su enters and out of curiosity goes over to the robot. The robot is still unfinished. Mai Su just touches the robot's hand and the surrounding machines automatically activate. Within minutes, the robot switches on. As soon as the robot activates, it starts talking to Mai Su. But Mai Su hates robots. She says angrily that it shouldn't even think about coming near her. Just then, a security robot comes in and drags Mai Su out of the room. And by accident, Mai Su leaves her bag behind. This robot's name is 77. Seeing Mai Su's bag, he starts rummaging through it. Meanwhile, the robot launch is underway. The bloke who created all the robots in the city is called Justin Pin. Everyone in the city loves Justin Pin. At the event, Justin announces that he's brought out a super high-tech robot for everyone. It's got all sorts of features, like it can sing, dance, and even help people with all sorts of tasks. Eventually, the event ends, and Justin goes to his personal room. Then, his whole demeanor changes. Justin always has a massive robot security guard with him called Ares. Ares is the most powerful robot in the city. Meanwhile, news reaches the scientist that his secret robot has gone missing from the secret room. Sure enough, the scientist finds that the robot has cut through the door and gone outside. The scientist is terrified that the robot might cause chaos somewhere in the city. Meanwhile, Robot 77 has left with Mai Su's bag. He set himself a task to return Mai Su's bag to her no matter what. But as he's leaving, a security robot stops him. Because it's getting in his way, he uses his laser cutter to slice the security robot in two. Then, he tries to follow Mai Su's car as quickly as he can. But the security robot manages to alert the police robots. And loads of robots are now after 77. But 77 is a highly advanced, high-tech robot. He uses his rocket power to get away from the other robots. But the trouble isn't over yet. Soon, some flying robots start firing at 77. But when 77 fires back, the robots can't stand up to his firepower. When the robots can't stop 77 at all, a special force of robots starts firing cannons at him. As a result, the suspended road collapses, and 77 falls straight down. But before long, 77 activates again. 77 realizes that his main memory isn't working properly, but he doesn't seem bothered by his condition. He dumps his internal memory and goes off to find Mai Su with the bag. Meanwhile, the next day, we see Mai Su's school. The students at the school learn everything with robots, and everyone has their own pet robot. But Mai Su doesn't have a pet robot, so she's playing football on her own in the playground. But then a girl called Greenwood starts bothering her. Mai Su and this girl are always fighting. Mai Su gets angry and throws the ball at the girl's face, making the girl angry, so she sends her robot to hit Mai Su. She even punches Mai Su in the face herself. So Mai Su comes home, and their door is robotic. Mai Su is annoyed by everything. Even the bowl she's eating from is robotic. So in a strop, she throws the bowl of food in the bin. Meanwhile, her mom is busy with the robots, and Mai Su always wants her mom's attention. When Mai Su's mom sees the cut on her face, she says that it's essential that she has her own robot. This makes Mai Su even crosser. Meanwhile, some robots are still looking for 77. Of course, they find 77's memory unit there. Meanwhile, 77 has found Mai Su's house. Hearing the noise outside, Mai Su's dog starts barking. 77 can understand the dog's language. The dog is barking at him to leave. Hearing the dog barking, Mai Su comes downstairs and gets annoyed when she sees him. She asks why he's following her. Just then, it's time for Mai Su to brush her teeth. So her mom sends her robot brush to her. The brush tries really hard to clean Mai Su's teeth. 77 thinks that the robot brush might be dangerous for Mai Su. So he fires at the brush and blows it up, making Mai Su like 77 a lot. As 77 is leaving, Mai Su stops him and keeps him with her. Mai Su says that she actually likes him a lot, so she hides 77 in a garage in case her mom finds out. Then, 77's systems tell him that his memory is full, so he has to delete some functions. That's because he's chucked his memory card away. Meanwhile, we're shown the city's massive robot factory, where Justin Pin is making millions of robots. Then, Justin Pin calls the scientist there. Justin says that the scientist has made a robot, but he knows nothing about it. The scientist knows full well that making robots without his permission is forbidden. Then Justin puts a robot on top of the scientist's portrait and blows the portrait up. The scientist realizes that the millions of robots there are actually bombs. Anyway, the scientist tells Justin that he'll find the robot and destroy it. Now, the next day, when Mai Su goes to the playing field, the girl tells her to leave. Mai Su gets angry and calls 77 over. Seeing him, the girl sends her robots to attack 77. But 77 blows up the robot in the sky, making everyone run away from the field in fear. Mai Su happily hugs 77. Then the two of them go around the city together, even blowing things up for fun. Every day, after having fun, 77 would delete his unnecessary memories, but he would pick and choose to keep memories of the good times he had with Mai Su. The police robots had come many times to try and disable 77, but 77 would blow them up. She had never been so happy in her life. One day, we see Justin Pin being interviewed on a TV show. On the show, he's asked what he thinks about the robots he's made causing chaos in the city, even killing each other. What? What are you talking about? At first, Justin Pin doesn't believe it. Then Justin Pin is shown a video that shocks him. It's because 77 is causing such mayhem. Meanwhile, after going home that night, Mai Su notices that a warning alarm is going off on 77's body. When Mai Su asks why, he says that his memory slot is broken, which is causing the problem and making him have to delete some memories every day. Meanwhile, Justin has now captured the scientist. He keeps asking him about 77, and being forced, the scientist watches the video and finds out Mai Su's address. The next morning, Mai Su goes to the field again to bother the girls. 77 scares them, but he doesn't lay a finger on any children. But Mai Su has got really worked up. She orders 77 to shoot the girls, but the girl bursts into tears in fear. Then 77 says that it's never good to hurt children. He can't do it. Hearing this, Mai Su feels sad. That day, when he gets home, 77 deletes a function from his body, which means he can never hurt anyone again. This frees up loads of space on his memory card. So, he happily goes over to Mai Su. But Mai Su is sad and is sitting on a mountain far away. Following Mai Su's footprints, 77 goes there too. When Mai Su is sad, she comes here on her own. So, 77 has brought her a gift. Using the gift, 77 creates a rainbow with pictures of Mai Su's family in it. Then he talks to Mai Su and cheers her up. Then, when they get home, Mai Su sees that the scientist Tanner is sitting chatting with her mom. Then, Mai Su calls 77 over. The scientist checks 77 thoroughly and is even about to install a new memory card. But 77 knows full well that if he installs the new memory card, all of his previous memories will be deleted. Because 77 doesn't want to take the new memory card, another robot comes in. To save 77, the scientist shuts down the robot. Then, Justin Pin suddenly enters. Seeing Justin, Mai Su's mom gets really excited. Meanwhile, the scientist tries to make Justin see sense, saying that they weren't like this. Their plan was to help people. Let's work according to their plan. But Justin Pin's true colors start to show. He gets angry and tells the scientist off. And before leaving, he orders his big robot to kill 77. Then, a huge fight starts between the two robots. But 77, in order to protect Mai Su's family, somehow gets them out of the house. But there's a problem here, and that is that 77 has deleted all of his action modes, which means he can't shoot the robot. Meanwhile, the robot called Ares is big in size and very powerful. 77 is just dodging Ares' attacks. Meanwhile, Justin Pin is standing in one place, just moving like a robot. Mai Su tries to hit him, but Justin Pin doesn't react. He's still moving like a robot. At one point, when Justin Pin is about to hit Mai Su, 77 runs over and runs away with Mai Su. This time, Justin takes the opportunity to pick up Mai Su's mom. Then he lets loose loads of security robots there. Meanwhile, 77 is running away with Mai Su. Then Ares unleashes some missiles there, causing a massive explosion. And because of this explosion, Ares can't find them anymore. Then a massive plane comes and picks Ares up. 77 is trying to escape with Mai Su through a manhole, but after going some way, Mai Su starts arguing with 77. Mai Su keeps telling him that if he hadn't deleted his functions, this wouldn't have happened today, and they wouldn't have taken her mom. So she doesn't want to see his face anymore. Then the two of them separate. Mai Su goes off on her own to save her mom from Justin. She breaks the building's glass with the help of a robot and goes inside. But the security robots try to stop her. Just then, 77 comes there. They argue with each other as they fight the robots. But at one point, their argument is resolved. And 77 promises Mai Su that he'll save her mom no matter what. Then the two of them try really hard to find Mai Su's mom. Looking, they end up in the scientist's room, and then Justin Pin comes there. Then he hits the scientist and kills him. As 77 is trying to stop him, Justin Pin shoots him again and again, and they fall down together, breaking the window. Then they fall inside a football pitch. Millions of people are watching the robot football match there. Just then, Ares breaks the pitch's shield and comes down, and a huge fight starts between the two robots there. And no matter how hard 77 tries, he can't seem to defeat Ares. Just then, Mai Su finds her mom. Justin Pin also comes to where Mai Su's mom is being held. As Justin Pin is about to hit the two of them, Mai Su sneakily turns a camera towards him, and as a result, Justin Pin's frightening appearance and everything he says is being shown live on the pitch. Those who had been fans of Justin Pin for so long now know that Justin Pin is actually a villain. But even after all this, Justin Pin doesn't seem bothered. He gets even more violent and starts fighting with Mai Su, and at one point, his robotic eye pops out in front of millions of people. It's revealed that Justin Pin isn't a human. He's a robot himself. In fear, everyone starts moving away from their own robots. Actually, the big robot called Ares had killed the real Justin Pin long ago. Then he had made a robot that looked exactly like Justin Pin and was controlling it himself. Just then, Ares orders his millions of robots to activate their bombs. Then all of the little robots come there and start blowing up one by one. The people in the stadium start running this way and that way to save their lives. Mai Su, her dog, and the girl work together to get everyone out of the stadium safely. Ares attaches some more robotic equipment to his body to increase his power. When 77 tries to stop him, Ares hits him with such a huge laser attack that 77 flies across the city. He shoots 77 again and again, making him very weak. Meanwhile, the little robots with their bombs activated had completely surrounded 77. Just then, 77 notices that Justin Pin is about to shoot Mai Su. But Justin Pin loses his balance on top of the stadium and starts falling down with Mai Su. Just then, 77 turns on a full flash mode in his memory, which makes 77's weapon power come back. But this makes all of Mai Su's memories disappear one by one from his memory. But gradually, all of 77's weapons start unlocking. Then he cuts off Ares' hand and flies from there to save Mai Su. 77 had so much power that he blew up millions of robots there in a second. Now, after saying goodbye to Mai Su, he shoots at Ares as he goes over to him. Here, a huge fight starts between the two robots again. But at one point in the fight, Ares' laser attack sends 77 flying into the sky. Then Ares comes into the sky and starts fighting. 77 now cuts Ares' laser weapon in two. Then he tries to melt Ares' face and tears off the separate robotic devices from Ares' body. Meanwhile, 77 was losing Mai Su's memories one by one. Then 77 fires loads of missiles into Ares' chest, as a result of which, at one point, Ellis falls to Earth and explodes. Then, when he comes to Earth and is about to fire his last shot, all of 77's memories flash away, as a result of which he doesn't have any memories of Mai Su left, and for a few moments, he was disabled there. Mai Su runs over to him and bursts into tears. Meanwhile, because Justin Pin was still active, he was about to hit Mai Su again. But Justin Pin doesn't have that power anymore, so Mai Su hits Ares' head and breaks it, as a result of which, Justin Pin is also disabled there. Then Mai Su comes over to 77 again and hugs him and starts crying. Because there was pressure on 77's body, he activates again. But because 77 has been reset in a new way, he doesn't recognize Mai Su anymore. Then everything in the city goes back to normal, and Mai Su had kept 77 with her. Mai Su teaches him lots of things about the world, but she only teaches 77 good things, and she never lets 77 use his weapons. Now they all play football together with 77, and 77 happily plays football. And as this happens, today's story ends. Let me know what you thought of the story in the comments. I'm saying goodbye for today. Take care.